you know, I guess when people transition or begin the next phases of their life, they're ending a job or starting a new one, moving to a city. I don't know how many people often get the luxury of the truth about themselves, how they're perceived by others, or whatnot. But I afforded one of my tenants who's on their way out, a little glimpse of the truth from my perspective, due to the nature of management and whatnot. It dawned on him, just like as to the severity of what he was dealing with, and like he didn't really, I don't think he had really understood what was going on, or the gravity of the situation, for others. I think it was mostly about him, very self-absorbed perhaps, you know what I mean? Concerned only with his existence and not the existence of anybody else, which is, I would say, for most of humanity, baseline. You know what I mean? People, when they're trapped in their fears and their fucking, and their panic and their, self-absorption is common here in New York City. And, my tenant, although he is a gay communist, it doesn't make him fucking wise by any stretch of the imagination. Being a communist makes one unwise by my definition. So to expect him to understand, how things were functioning in the management aspects of the house was probably a stretch for him to actually understand some of these concepts that were going on, and that are actually leading to like the disintegration of the house. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's not a, very rarely do you get the Disney ending playbook. And while he goes, things lined up for him nicely or not so nicely. He relayed to me that he had a family member break their leg, and there's a job waiting for him up there, and he's got a nice apartment waiting for him, and I mean, God bless him and Godspeed to him. He's never given me issue as a tenant, and the way he's been sent off is he's going willingly. Still doesn't solve the issue of the upstairs tenant who promised to be a pain in the ass, and it looks like there's gonna be a repeat of 2024. So I'm back where I started in that regard, and it's gonna be a fucking shit fight while management sorts it out, because I'm still managing the house. We'll see how long I can take it with the way the economy is and the volatility and everything like that. I'm very I'm gonna throw my lot in. Whatever she does, I will simply mirror, to the best of my ability, without the attachment of feeling like just doing the job as the manager would, but brokering no illusions about my own claim to the fucking house. It is what it is, and if management takes issue with it, something's got to change. What else can one do? I advised what I advised when I advised it. My advisement wasn't taken into consideration. It wasn't acted upon. So, now it's management's issue. And my great takeaway will be vindication, quite honestly, because it's a personal issue too. And home defense. It's no longer my home, or at least in a couple days I can no longer consider it my home. My car is my home. This is the only thing I own. Unfortunate but true. And then the vindication will be enough. And washing my hands of it at any moment, should me and management have a disagreement, that's that's even more liberating. But it would be folly for me to throw away the cheap living arrangements, let's put it that way. Also, 20 years of my fucking life, living there. It is what it is. I still haven't figured out any kind of plan or direction beyond that, beyond just staying consistent and doing what I have to do, because I can't get a fucking answer from management. Not that I've sought one, but none have come from management. So, management's holding all the fucking cards, and at the same time not giving me any fucking answers. Does management care? No. I broker a sucker no delusion that management gives us a fucking flying fuck. Either incompetent or incapable. Those are my conclusions on that respect. Bark like a fucking dog or cry. That seems to be my two options here. Because speaking about it doesn't seem to be a viable fucking option. And it's kind of pissing me off. You know what I mean? But I will navigate steadily until such time as answers are forthcoming. And I'm not in a rush to get any answers. Like I said, my vindication, more than enough. More than enough. You know what I mean? Let whoever wants to think whatever they want to fucking think whatever they want to fucking think. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers who have always been out for themselves and never gave a fuck about anything else are suddenly taking interest. Go fuck yourself, quite honestly.